Hello, RGL family. Welcome back to another episode of Retro Gamer Life game pickups and unboxing. These are just pickups, no unboxings to unbox. And first, we're going to start with some Xbox titles. We have Top of the Stack, and this is my second time going through this because I forgot to hit the record button the first time. And but that's the day in the life of content creation. So here we go. First we have Mech Assault, and this one, Metal Jesus Rocks talks about the original. This is sort of like a sequel and limited edition, and it's like a foil shiny insert, which is kind of cool. I wonder if it's double-sided actually. Probably not. Let's see. No, it's not. Okay. Because some of them are reversible. So, but yeah, so really neat cover here. Like I'm saying, Metal Jesus Rocks talks about the original. I think him and Drunk Master Paul actually did a Let's Play video of the original one. And I'm a huge fan of the Battle Mech universe. I've read pretty much all the original books at least, and Mech put countless hours into Mech Warrior Mercenaries, Mech Warrior 2, 3, 4, and played some of the original DOS games, but I don't remember those as much because it was a really long time ago and I'm getting old. But at any rate, so inside, so they're complete. So we've got the manual and, really nice full color manual, like heavy, embossed or glossy. I think embossed is how you say it. Maybe not. But laminated, I don't know. But glossy print here. So yeah, so nice manual, and which is you got the mechs here, and so that's cool. There's battle armor. What's that? So yeah, and then there's 2 discs, and the second disc has bonus content. There's some extra maps, interviews with the creators, that sort of thing. So looking forward to playing this, arcade mech kind of action. So that's the first one. Then we have Fable. I already have 2 and 3. I haven't played any of them. But my OCD made me go out and get the first one because I also didn't want to play them out of order. So we have the first one here, and it also has a limited edition bonus DVD. I don't know how limited it was, but this has it. And then again, this was from the generation. Still provided nice beefy manuals with their games, which is something you don't get anymore. And so yep, so here's the manual, and again, really nice, good condition, nice quality. And same thing, there's 2 discs for this one as well. And the bonus content is, I have no idea, and I don't think it says on this one what it is, like it did with the Mech Assault. So, oops. So yeah, so you got some screenshots on the back here. They had, I guess there's an expansion, and there's the anniversary edition. Unfortunately, they had them, the store I went to, but the condition of the insert, the condition of it wasn't very good, and since these were for the collection, I like to get something that's in, decent shape at least. I mean, obviously these are many years old at this point, so it's hard to get them perfect or very good condition, but nevertheless. So, and the last one is Tecmo Classic Arcade. I really like these collections. One, because you get multiple games on in one disc, so it's cool to have that variety and have a compilation all in one place. And the nice thing about having sort of the classic stuff, or in this case the arcade, is I don't really have an interest in or a budget to get real arcades or the room, and I really don't want to deal with making a MAME arcade. I could. It's certainly within my ability, but um, I'm happy to have these collections and just play them on uh, my CRT using component video, or or HDMI on an LCD. So and so having it on the Xbox, I'm able to do that. And the games included, so this one is complete as well, and the games included are in here. So if we look at the manual, you have Tecmo Bowl, Rygar, and it's the arcade version, not the NES port. Strato Fighter, which is a shooter. Solomon's Key, Star Force, another shmup. Tecmo Cup, Bomb Jack, Pleads, which I think is that a puzzle game? The Earth is in danger. Destroy the alien mothership and save the world. So like a Galaga Galaxian kind of thing going on. Swimmer. The comical action game features colorful backgrounds and stylish graphics. Avoid the fish and pond skaters and swim for Treasure Island. So you're swimming, kind of like a river raid, maybe. I don't know. I've never played that. Pinball action, so good old pinball game. Ian would like this. Shenjio, which I think was another. Oh, so that's kind of like the tank game, where the your field of play is in front of you and you're moving around. That's what it looks like. I can't believe I can't think of the game. The one in DOS where it was like vector, really just green vector graphics. And then you have a notes section, and then of course the disc. So that's Tecmo Classic Arcade. Then next, this was a big score. I found this on the Goodwill site, and it was a good price, so I had to pick it up. It's a rare NES title, and one I obviously don't have and have not played before, and I'm kind of blown away about the condition it's in. Usually Goodwill stuff, the Goodwill online, it's not always necessarily beat up, but it's usually pretty dirty. You clean it up and it's fine, but it's usually kind of grungy, and a little elbow grease is required to make it nice again. But this, I mean, it really looks like it's been just stored like in a plastic bag in a drawer somewhere. I mean, the label is immaculate. There's no nicks or bends or anything that I can really see. I mean, I think it's as mint as a loose game can be. And so what we're going to do is we're going to open it up and make sure it's legit. So I got my game bit. Alright, so I mean, all the external signs, I mean, this label, you know, this is how the rear labels look for NES games. The front label, you know, is like that gloss sticker design. I mean, it is reproducible, obviously, but you can usually tell if somebody's like reprinted the label sticker, unless they're using the same quality, printer and label. And it's, the cuts are all there. Everything is the correct aspect ratio. A lot of times, too, with the repo stuff, you'll notice parts of the label, or images in the label may look like stretched or blurred, that kind of thing. So that's something you can look out for. Because like I said, this was from the Goodwill Online, so you're taking a chance because you can't hold it in your hand, right? And I mean, this wasn't crazy, but it wasn't $5 either. Especially like with Goodwill, the one I would say big negative with the Goodwill Online, because they get some great stuff. The Goodwills around me don't tend to, for like gaming stuff, it's very limited. A lot of, usually they get a lot of like shovelware, Wii stuff, or 360, PS3, a lot of sports titles, whatever. Because I think that the quality stuff they send in for the online. So the Goodwill Online, you can definitely find some quality titles, and but you're still taking a risk, like I said, because you can't hold it in your hand. But so far, I have to say, as I like bang up the game, I don't think I have purchased anything at this point that wasn't legit. And you're making your best guess from the pictures in terms of the condition. I think sometimes I've been a little disappointed, and because you can't quite tell, and you get it and it's more banged up than you would have liked. But outside of that, I've actually I think I've done well with it and been happy with their what you get versus how it's described and stuff. And I actually came across a game when I was looking, or when I found this one. It was a Super Nintendo title, or a couple of them, and rare. And so when I came across this game, I had also come across a Super Nintendo game, Rare. It might have been a couple of them actually, and it was going, for I think almost $200 at the time. And looking at the game, or looking at the images, you could tell that it was a reproduction, or at least I could. And so I was really confused, because at first I was like, oh wow, this is awesome that they have these games available. But then, reading the description and looking more closely at the title, it did say they were reproduction carts. And so I don't know if the people who were or had bid on it just missed that because they saw the title of the games or the image and jumped on it, uh, or if they think maybe Goodwill doesn't know what a reproduction card is and that the games are actually legit, but at the price that the auction was at the time, you weren't really getting a deal. I don't think you were overpaying, but you weren't really getting a deal. But if they were production cards, obviously the $175 is way overpaying. And so I mean, in that case, Goodwill disclosed that they were not original carts. So at that point, you can't really be mad at them. I mean, you need to be responsible. It's not like they represented them as original, then you get them in their reproduction. So in any case, yeah, I mean, I've had very good luck. So here we have the back of the board, and this all looks very clean. The shape, to me, is on par with what a authentic NES game would be, and especially you have all these pins, which is typical of the character and program chips that would be on a authentic Nintendo cartridge. Let's flip it over, and yeah, so we're good. This is the real deal. This is a MMC 3C chip here. I apologize. I know my camera is, it can't make out the smaller text. Unfortunately, my good phone has a busted screen that I have not been able to get repaired yet. And the camera in my backup phone is not very good, but hopefully you can kind of make out that this says Nintendo. Nintendo 1989. And right here it says NES TL-ROM. So there's different ones. I don't know what they are off of the top of my head. John Riggs would. He would know what they all are. And then on the board here it says MMC3. So yeah. So this is legit. I haven't tested the cart. I just opened it now for the video. But yeah, I'm really excited to add this to the collection because I know it's harder to find. I've certainly not seen it much since I got back into collecting, or got into collecting, I should say. And so I thought it was a good opportunity to pick it up and put it in the collection. So button that back up, and we'll move on to the next one. Being careful not to over tighten, because you don't want to break the screw stocks. Alright. The last thing, this was another, I was very happy to find these. So these are actually not a new pickup. It's Earthbound Beginnings. I got these when VG, how do we do this? There we go. When VGDB originally did their production run of these, and I mean that was however many years ago now. Actually, let me see if there's a date on it. Nope. No, they didn't put a production date on it. So these were released by VGDB, and like I said, I picked these up when they produced them originally. several years ago. So I thought I'd lost these, and I tore my house apart. And I was very sad that I lost them because you can't. They're no longer producing them, and they've risen in price substantially. Or at least if you want to get one new, then people are reselling them on eBay, and they're going for, the ones I saw sold listings were like twice the price of what it was originally or more. So when I found these, you can imagine I was very happy to know that I thought I threw them away, to be honest. And but they were on a shelf, and there was stuff in front of them, so they were actually there the whole time, and I just didn't notice them. So I've put them into protective cases, but both of these are still sealed. I don't know if you can kind of see the seams there. And I got two at the time because I wanted to keep one sealed for the collection, and then have one that I can open and play, because games are made to be played. So this is cool. This is the Earthbound that we didn't get. I guess the first one, because the Earthbound for the Super Nintendo we got North America, I believe, was the second one. And so this is the NES/Famicom release, and this has the translation applied already, so it's in English. And this is complete in box. It's got a full color manual and the game and everything else. So I will be doing a break the seal, opening this, and doing a let's play of it and review. So that will be in a later video. So for now, I'm going to keep them nice and safe and sealed, and put them back on the shelf now that I know where they are. And that video will be coming out. And that's it. So thank you so much for watching my video. Thank you so much for supporting my channel by watching the videos, commenting, subscribing, and providing feedback. Look forward to speaking with you in the comments, and just sharing your passion about retro gaming and the retro gaming community. Thank you again, and have a good night. Take care.